Welcome to the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Derek Hankins, who pitched for the Memphis Tigers in 2004, now with AAA Round Rock Express, the affiliate of the Texas Rangers, and he pitched last night, and Derek got the win in a nice game. It was one of those short 7-inning ball games. You never know what happens. Things happen fast in 7-inning games, but you pitched really well last night.
I appreciate it. It's good to be back. I guess you would call it my second home a little bit here. Went to school, pitched in this ballpark. I think twice we played a weekend series here against East Carolina, and then obviously the Ole Miss series. So it's good to be back home. Obviously got a win. We've been playing a lot better lately, so it was nice to kind of get a victory.
Guess it's hard to imagine. 9-year pro now. It's hard to say, but way back in 2004, the year you played with Memphis, and you had a lot of good games. You helped that team win 29 ball games. One of your big games, though, against Murray State, struck out 17. You and Chad Harville still hold the record for 17 strikeouts in a ball game. Dan Langfield made a run out of it 2 seasons ago, but probably pretty nice to see your name still in the record book.
Yeah, it is. Especially, this school treated me so well. I love playing here. The guys that I got to play with, obviously Coach Anderson, I'm so close with him, being that he's with the organization that we are up in the big leagues. So, it's a nice record. Obviously you want somebody from, the college to break it at some point. It was just nice to look back and see your names in the record book, knows that you mattered here while you were here,
Interesting dynamic. You mentioned Dave Anderson, now the third base coach with the Rangers. He was your head coach in one of his 4 years at Memphis. He had some pros, 4 on your team. He had some other pros in his tenure here. How was that relationship, and what kind of advice did he give you then, and what do you guys kind of talk about now that you're playing pro ball?
Well, I think that's one of the things that drew me here in the first place. When he came up to my house to recruit me, my family's house actually, obviously the pro background that he came from, playing 13 years in the big leagues and then coaching, he kind of got me ready, kind of broke me into what a quote-unquote pro ball, I guess, atmosphere is like. He's really helped me. I got to stay close to him throughout the years, and then back with the Rangers, I talked to him periodically throughout the season, but I don't think I would have changed anything for the world, having him as a coach for, the short time I was here, but it really did get me ready for these 9 years that followed.
That 2004 team, 29 wins, was a team loaded with talent, 4 draftees, and even the guys that didn't get drafted. You had some very good players on that team, and it was also a fun team to be around, a team full of characters, a lot of veterans on that ball club.
Yeah, we had, obviously, I kind of filled in, with 1 year of experience, I guess, at the Division I level, but the guys that I came in with, Jarrett Grube, I played against him in junior college when he was at Vincennes, so I knew kind of what I was stepping into, but a great group of guys. I don't want to say we underachieved with 29 wins, but I think we had a lot better ball club than our numbers showed. But, it was one of the greatest times of my life getting to play here in Memphis. The people were so great, the parents of the kids, and Anderson and all the guys that I got to be close with. I'm still close with a lot of them today. I got long-lasting friendships, and, hopefully, we can keep in contact. And, it was just great being a part of all of it.
Pretty interesting. You made up one of the better rotations that we've seen at Memphis. Jarrett Grube, yourself, Bill Edwards, all 3 drafted after that year. And then you throw in Brent DeLugich at shortstop. So 4 of you guys went pro that year, and you've all had fairly long careers. You and Jarrett, who just got picked up by the Angels, still playing. Brent, I think, is about ready to hang it up. And Bill Edwards, I think, played for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, we all had a pretty good run of it. Some guys that come out of the college level, you see, 1 or 2 years and they're out of it. But, we've been able to hang on. Hopefully I'm, a long way from done. I love this game. It's treated me so well. Hopefully I got some good years left in me. And I know Jarrett, I got to see him in Tacoma earlier in the season. I'm glad he got picked up. Brent, if it's his decision to, move on with the next part of his life, I wish him all the best. But we did have a great group of guys and a good group of guys that got together and still remained close after we were at Memphis. It was a good atmosphere to be around. We kind of helped each other out, throughout pro ball. And, it was just nice to have a couple of guys besides myself get to play at the next level.
Sounds like you still like playing ball after 9 years, and AAA is a lot different than if you were languishing around in single A. You come to a place like AutoZone Park, Round Rock's got a great ballpark. You guys get to play in some great venues, so I'm sure it keeps it exciting.
It does. You can keep saying you're one step away from the big leagues, but a lot of these venues that you go to are big league stadiums just in smaller towns. But, this, for instance, is probably one of the nicer places to play in the league. You always look forward to coming here, being that I have some roots here as well. But, AAA is, the atmosphere is the same as the big leagues. They always say that the guys up there are just a little bit more consistent than we are, and I truly do believe that. And it's, you're still knocking on the door if you're a AAA. You never want to give it up as long as somebody still gives you a chance or you still have the desire to play, and I do, so I hope to hang around for quite some time.
Derek, you played your 1 year at Nat Beering Stadium, and since then it's been renovated a few years ago. It's FedEx Park now. I know you've had a chance to go out there. It's a different role when you go to that ballpark now.
It is. It's beautiful. They did a great job, FedEx and everybody involved with renovating that stadium. It's the surface is nicer. The around the stadium is a lot better. It's awesome. I got a chance, like I said, to drive out there yesterday. and it's just a beautiful ballpark. I'm glad the kids now get to enjoy it and get to call something home that they're proud of.
9 years being a pro, you're wrapped up in the pro game. Do you get a chance to keep up much with the Tigers now? And have you had a chance to talk with Coach Rock since he's taken over? How much contact and involvement are you able to keep?
I haven't been back here in quite a while. I live in Nashville now, so it's just down the road. We actually came over this offseason. I'm still really good friends with Corey Kynes. He lives in the area now, so I came to a Tigers basketball game. It still holds a special place in my heart. I still come over here as much as I can during the baseball season. We're not able to get down because we're, at work. But I stayed close. I actually spent an off season here back when I think the third year I was in pro ball and got, fairly close to Rock. I really, really appreciated him, letting me come in and use the facilities. And, he's done a great job here. I'm glad somebody took over that, really has a desire to make this program what it could be, being in the South and, being able to recruit an SEC school. But I think he's done a heck of a job, and I really wish him the best because he's an awesome coach.
Well, you played in, I guess you can call it the old Conference USA. Since then, it got realigned, and the baseball league's been ranked in the top 5 since then. Now they're going to be one more year in Conference USA, moving on to the Big East. So I guess you keep up with that, see a lot of exciting things happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's nice to see that not only the baseball program, but the other programs, I don't want to say step up in conference because, like you said, Conference USA is such a great baseball conference. But the guys, going to the Big East after this next year, I'm sure they're going to enjoy it, get to see some new teams and new places to travel, and I wish them all the best. I do.
Derek, thanks for taking time out. We were glad to have you at Memphis, and great to still see you playing pro ball.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks so much for having me.
That is Derek Hankins, and I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Memphis Tiger Network.